Part 1. Change your approach. Problems can sometimes come in bunches, and that can complicate our lives. But very often, when our lives are overcrowded, we've brought much of the stress on ourselves. There are 5 common mistakes you may be making which are very disruptive to simplicity. See if any of these sound familiar. Your first step towards a simpler life will be to eliminate these mistakes. Number 1. Adding to your schedule without doing the math. Some people simply cross their fingers and hope things will work out. Ouch! That can spell real trouble. Never add a new item to your schedule until you're sure it will fit. Careful planning is essential to simplicity. Mistake number 2, the inability to say no. It can be awkward to say no, but yes creates big problems when your plate is already full. Learn to say no tactfully. Watch the Skill Flash video on how to say no. Mistake number 3, the inability to break old habits. We are creatures of habit, but if we keep doing the same things the same way, you'll keep getting the same results, that is, too much stress. You need to change your approach to create more simplicity. Part 2 of this video has a number of specific suggestions. Mistake number 4, not stopping to take the time to get things right, even though you know you're out of control. Overload will not fix itself, you must fix it. And finally, mistake number 5, not seeing yourself as responsible for the overload. If you find yourself saying, life is overwhelming, you're missing the point. Instead think, I've taken on too much. You must take responsibility for your simplicity to achieve it. If you want to simplify your life, start by eliminating these 5 obstacles from your approach. Part 2, change your behavior. So, you've taken on too much, you're too busy, you have too much stress. When you're experiencing overload, there are only 2 possibilities that can fix it. You either need to do less or become more efficient. Your first objective should be to reduce your overall responsibilities, and there are 3 ways to do this. Number 1, take on fewer tasks. Be very careful about everything you add to your schedule. It's very easy to take on too much. Once you do, life becomes complicated and difficult. Do not add anything to your schedule until you're 100% sure it will fit. Number 2, dump something. Identify at least one less important activity and omit it from your schedule. You don't have time for everything. Dumping less significant items gives you more time for the important ones. And number 3, do less on the tasks you do undertake. If you can't eliminate tasks, then you must reduce the amount of time you spend on them. Look for combinations, reasonable shortcuts, and sensible ways to do a little less. Be creative. Remember, you must trim back to get your schedule in balance. Your second objective, be more efficient. Start by writing things down. Use an appointment book and a to-do list. They'll give you a clear picture of your schedule, they'll serve as helpful reminders, and they'll allow you to carefully add new tasks. You're much less likely to overbook yourself or forget things when you write things down. Secondly, set aside time for planning and scheduling. 10 minutes each evening will do it. At the very least, always make sure you plan tomorrow, today. That's the simplicity essential. Make planning a habit. It has a greater impact on simplifying your life than anything else you can do. Number 3, find new time savers. Always be on the lookout for ways to combine errands, chores, tasks, and trips. Make an effort to optimize every experience. You'll get more done in less time. Number 4, be punctual. You'll never experience simplicity if you're always rushing to the next situation. This is something you can control. Sure, unforeseen problems arise, but people who are always running late bring it on themselves. Always end one activity at a time that allows you to comfortably get to the next. Number 5, identify the activities that consume the biggest chunks of your time, then streamline them. These are the ripest targets to attack to reduce your workload and simplify your life. Force yourself to cut back in these areas. Finally, get in the habit of leaving some space in your schedule. Problems are going to crop up. A little cushion in your schedule can help prevent disasters. Starting today, pick 1 or 2 of these suggestions and begin to simplify your life. Once you've incorporated those, pick 1 or 2 more. Keep going till you achieve the simplicity you're seeking. Thanks for listening. I'm Steve Kinnal.